Hey guys, Grey Wolf here with a continuation of our Road to Success videos. This is going to be from level 3 to level 4. We're choosing the standard residential house. You're going to want to go to the shopping list and see what you need to purchase. And of course, look and see what is going to be required. Looks like we're going to need a couple of things, a cement truck, as well as the compactor. Now we're going to bring the vehicle to the excavation site, do some digging. If you purchased a dump truck, go ahead and bring that as well, but I recommend that you don't purchase any vehicles, only rent them for the first 5 to 7 levels. Just don't purchase any vehicles, just rent them and return them as soon as you're done. Now remember when toggling the function not to have your front end bucket up, or it's going to make the tractor stabilize in a strange position. And two, it's going to take a little while to get used to excavating with the backhoe, so just take your time, move one arm at a time. Once you get the hang of it, you can move both at a time and be pretty fluid. Don't get too discouraged or frustrated, just keep practicing and you'll get the hang of it. If you skip the initial tutorial, I believe this may have just been for me. I believe you will get a lot of excavate soil contracts. Okay, now that we've dug the hole, it's time to put the kennel works into the ditch here. And what's awesome about this game is the buckets have a crane option, so you can hook objects to in this case, to the teeth of the machines. Other ones you'll see hooks actually on the back of the buckets, and then you'll want to hook them there. The kennel works can be a little tricky to try to get in because sometimes they don't want to fall in place. Sometimes you just have to put them in the right position and then give them a little force, and other times they just kind of go in without a fight. And now that the kennel works are in place, you're going to be using your front end loader to scoop up the soil. Of course, I don't believe a bulldozer is available to you yet, so don't even worry about trying to buy a bulldozer to push the soil in. Just use the front end loader, or even use the backhoe to scoop the soil up and dump it into the trench. Excuse me. The front end loader will actually do this a lot more effectively, but if you are trying to get used to using the excavator, the backhoe, then go ahead and try to use that instead. For time's sake, as you can see, it's getting pretty close to the time to pay bills. As the finance cycle nears, you'll see that in the upper right hand side where the little building icon is. Once that green line fills up the entire circle, it's time to pay the bills. Alright, so we've finished that. Now it's time to get the compactor, and we're going to go to the vehicle trader. Now if you're smart, and I didn't do this, you're going to pull out your CT660 with the flatbed. You're going to load up what you need, and you're going to park it at the vehicle dealer. That way when it comes to this point, you can just jump to that vehicle, rent the compactor, and then with the compactor, you're going to fast jump to the construction site. It's going to cost you a little bit of money, but it's going to save you a lot more in the long run. And once you're there, just pull up into the position. In Construction Simulator 2014, I used to just drive in circles with the compactor to complete the task and the contract. But I found what's more effective in Construction Simulator 2 is to just drive diagonally or vertically up and down the marked area. And you're going to notice that I do that here, and it's a little easier. If you get good at it, you can actually be pretty flawless. I'm still kind of getting the hang of it, so I miss a couple spots here and there, and you can fill those up, of course, easily. But this is going to make compacting so much easier for you in the future. A little less aggravating and a little more streamlined as well. Now I'm sure you don't want to sit here and watch me compact the soil the whole time, So I'm going to speed it up in just a moment, and we're going to get right through some of these tasks and to the most important things, which are getting the rest of the contract ready. You want to think ahead. Like I said earlier, you should have had your CT660 already loaded up with the necessary supplies from the merchant dealer. Now that we're finished with the compactor, return it to the vehicle dealer, and let's jump to our CT660. Like I said in earlier videos, make sure that you store your vehicles in vehicle hall and keep their maintenance low by doing that. If they are missing a huge chunk of the vehicle maintenance, which you'll see on the green bars located inside the vehicle hall with the little hammer and wrench, if they are missing a lot of that health, it's going to really be detrimental to your company's finances. So we looked at the job description and we looked at the shopping list, and it showed that we need 2 MDF and 2 lumber boards, or 4 lumber boards. We're going to buy those and we're going to load them onto the CT660. Now, organization can be key when loading your flatbed, so just try to make sure that everything is paired together, or if you have gone ahead and looked at the contract, make sure that whatever is asked of you during the certain tasks is kept together in that order. That way, unloading the truck is a little more effective and streamlined. Now, we're going to skip through this and go right to the cement truck. Of course, you've already rented it, you've taken it to the gravel pit, and you filled it with cement. No need to bring the flatbed with the crane, and no need to buy the concrete bucket and load it, because you can just back the cement truck right onto the plot and offload the concrete. It'll be very simple. It's going to save you some more time. And once you're finished with the cement truck, you can long press it and return it back to the vehicle dealer, retrieve the excess concrete, and pay a very small fee for renting the vehicle. Now, I've already got the flatbed loaded with everything we need. So we're going to take the materials and offload it onto the site. And as you can see, I only needed 1 pallet of MDF and 2 lumber boards. But of course, we went ahead and bought all of it, so there's no traveling back and forth to the building material supply dealer. And this again is going to save you a lot of time during the contracts. And in this game, time is money, as you're about to see. The bills are going to be paid. The piper is calling, and we're going to see just how much I have to pay in bills for the first finance cycle in just a moment. I'm so nervous. Okay, the time is now. It's going to be the first finance cycle we hit. Let's see. Oh, wow. Now you'll see that I paid 0 in reoccurring expenses. And the reason that is because I don't have any vehicles to pay maintenance fees on, and I've kept my existing vehicles maintained. If you do not do this, your reoccurring bills are going to be extreme. Now, I fixed my mistake last time of not putting my points in the skill tree. So we're going to go ahead and put those points in the skill tree. And this should finish out my last branch on the skill tree. And it's also going to give us an achievement and some experience points. Now let's continue on with finishing up this house. And of course, we're using the CT660's PK 27002 Palfinger crane. This flatbed truck is going to be all you really need for the first, like I said, 5 to 7 levels, as well as your cat backhoe. And as you can see too, you can set the walls up pretty quickly. You don't have to be fairly accurate. As soon as it turns green, hit the crane icon, the hook icon, excuse me, and set the walls immediately. The faster you do this, the faster you complete contracts, and the faster you beat the finance cycle. And once you start purchasing vehicles, the finance cycle is going to start taking a lot of your company's money. So you want to make sure you stay on top of vehicle maintenance as well as completing contracts in a timely manner. Of course, I'm just going to speed this up so we get right through it and get it done and over with. You don't really need to see all the finer details of the contract. You just need to know how to make it work effectively in your favor. So as you can see, these contracts can be completed fairly easily without a lot of trouble and hassle. And we completed that one in less than 30 minutes. So keep it up and you keep doing this and you're going to see a lot of results in your profile. And this was Grey Wolf from the Construction Simulator 2 Fanforma Wiki. Make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel to keep updates with my videos. See you in the next one.